Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at the absolutely wonderful Lexar Ares RGB DDR5 RAM kit. This is a 32 gig kit which was supplied to us by Lexar themselves. They haven't asked us to say anything or mention anything in particular, just to give it an honest review and see what we think of it. And that is exactly what we were going to do. No money has changed hands, and yeah, all that usual kind of YouTube stuff. So this is a 2x16 gig kit. This is running at DDR5 speeds of 6400 megatransfers per second. You can kind of interpose that with 6400 megahertz. It isn't really the same thing, but yeah, that's another story. So this is effectively 6400 RAM, however way you look at it. It also runs at a pretty nice CAS latency as well. So we're looking at 32, 38, 38, 76, and that is running at 1.4 volts. Now I should say straight away, this RAM is actually really good for overclocking as well. Now if you're on the AMD side of the fence, then you're probably not going to be too keen on this at the moment, because really for AMD processors, the AM5 range, you're looking at a sweet spot between that kind of 5600, maybe 6000, maybe a little bit higher if you're very, very lucky, but you're probably not looking at speeds as high as this at the moment. When the new AM5 integrated GPUs come out very shortly in 2024, hopefully they'll be able to take advantage of faster DDR5 RAM speeds, which will make the graphics processing a little bit quicker. But for now, really these higher RAM speeds are more intended for Intel use. And I must say, on my Intel system running a 13900K, this has been absolutely perfect. Installed, just clicked on XMP, went straight in XMP 3.0 profile, and runs like an absolute champ. Also, in terms of overclocking, I managed to overclock it very easily, switching up to 6800 megatransfers per second without changing anything other than the frequency. So no changes in timings or anything like that, it just did it. So there is a lot of potential with this RAM to clock even higher. For those of you that are wondering, it does come with a limited lifetime warranty, as do most RAM these days, and it also comes in two flavors, either the white RAM, which we've got here, or you can get it in black as well. Pricing wise, excellent prices here, especially in the UK. Places like AWD are selling this at around about £110. Currently on Amazon, which I've got on the screen behind me, this is retailing for just a shade under 120, which for DDR5 6400 megatransfers per second RAM is actually very competitive, especially at these lower CAS latencies. You can of course get much cheaper RAM, but generally you find the CAS latencies going up through the roof, which makes Windows a pretty poor experience, as I found in my testing. I've actually tested this in today's video, 3 different types which I have on hand. So we've got some Crucial Pro RAM, which was the cheapest of the lot. That is running at CL5600. We've also got some Thermaltake XG5 DDR5 RAM. That is running at 6000 megatransfers per second. And we've got this as well, running at 64. So as you expect, there is a kind of wide range between them in terms of pricing, etc. But hopefully it will make sense when you see the graphs later on. So other key features of this being DDR5, you have got a built-in power management IC, so PMIC is built in. Also, you've got onboard error correction, so if there's anything going a little bit screwy with your RAM, then DDR5 is designed to kind of rectify that internally before it shows up with a blue screen of death. For those of you wondering about the dimensions of this RAM, so we're looking at a length of 140mm. When it comes to height, if you're worried about RAM clearance for CPU coolers, you're looking at 43.3mm. And the width is only 7.9mm. When it comes to the actual RAM on these particular units, being that is Lexar, they do go through stringent quality control checking, and on this particular set we've got some SK Hynix RAM, which I've been led to believe is their A-die RAM, which supposedly is extremely good for overclocking in the hands of the right person. So by now we know the specs, we know it looks good, you've probably seen that for some B-roll already, but how does it actually perform? So let's take a look at some testing I've done. This is very limited testing, but for me personally, and I think for the majority of viewers, when it comes to the outright specifications of RAM, that isn't the be-all and end-all. What we're looking for is a combination of things. So we're looking for performance, we're also looking for looks, and pricing as well is a very key consideration, at which point I think this has got pretty much most of those wrapped up. But let's take a look at those numbers and see what you think. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the memory mark scores. With this, the higher score is better. Again, this is the Crucial Pro 5600 versus the ToughRAM XG RGB D5 6000 versus the Lexar Ares RGB 6400. And all of this is performed on the MSI platform with the Intel Z790 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi, and I'm using a Intel 13900K. So pretty much as expected, at the very bottom, we've got the Crucial Pros with 3,368 points. Coming in second, we've got the Tough RAM XG from Thermaltake with 3,688 points. And a clear winner here with the memory mark score of 3,909 points. We've got the Lexar Ares RGB 6400. So clearly when it comes to memory performance, bigger number better, but how does that equate to actual gaming? So in terms of gaming, I've just done a standard benchmark, which is something which is easily repeatable for most people, including myself. So let's take a look at the TimeSpy results. So in TimeSpy, basically we're reflecting exactly what we've seen previously. So the lowest score from our Crucial Pro RAM at 5600 megatransfers per second, 16,352 points. Coming in second once again, the Thermaltake RAM with 16,476 points. And topping the charts here, we have the Lexar Ares RGB 6400 with 16,518 points. So there you go, that is some of the results I found. Essentially the RAM has been great for me. I've had numerous problems, as some of you will know, with various platforms, especially with DDR5 over the last few months since it's become more popular. And I'm very happy to say that on both the AMD systems and also my Intel system, this RAM has worked absolutely fine. I didn't manage to get it to run at this 6400 megatransfers per second on my AMD system. I think that's down to the memory controller, so I did drop it down to 6,000 and it was absolutely fine. And if you are thinking of maybe doing the same thing, if you look around at pricing at the moment, if you look for a DDR5 6000 kit, you're basically going to be paying the same sort of money anyway. So if the memory controller or the BIOSes get better for AMD, then you will be able to take advantage of that extra memory speed should you need to, and potentially higher. For those of you on the Intel systems, potentially the memory controller is a little bit more robust and you may get even more out of it. I managed to get 6800 megatransfers per second very easily by just changing one setting. You may be able to get it considerably higher, but that is going to be for you to try. And if you do want to try it out, there will be some links in the video description, some of which will be affiliated, and also a link to the Lexar site. So if you do want to pick up a set of this RAM, which actually I strongly suggest you do, is a great price at the moment, at least for us here in the UK. We will put some international links in as well, so you can check out prices in other countries as well. But for me, I think this is a cracking set of RAM, cracking price, cracking performance, very little to dislike about it, other than the fact that sometimes there's limited availability. So there you go, that is my thoughts on the Lexar Ares RGB DDR5 RAM. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments section. Are you planning on upgrading your system to a DDR5 system? And is this potentially something you'll put in your rig? Let us know, interested to hear. So I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.